I have just arrived at the gym. I'm about to go to war. Why do people say that? Why do people say that? They sound like fucking cunts, mate. It just does my nut in. You're lifting some weights up and hopefully putting them back. That's it. That's not exactly war, is it? I reckon if we asked a soldier in World War II, is fighting the Germans in no man's land the same as doing a squat? They're gonna say no. Fucking idiots. But yeah, I will be doing my usual leg session. You're only going to see the top set exercises and everything. I do everything 2 sets. I'll tell you what weights I'm doing as well, because I'm guilty of not doing that in the past, so you can see how much I'm lifting. Although it's not about how much you lift, it's all about how you lift it. Technique's the best thing you can master when it comes to weight training. And then control tempo, and then sufficient weight to drive the muscle into absolute failure within the rep range that's set. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Also, if you want to see a magic trick later, this black t-shirt is going to get even darker because it's quite warm and I'm a sweaty mess. As in, like, I'm starting to like drip already from just fucking talking. All right. Calf raises to start, only because it doesn't really take much out the rest of the body. I actually do these at the start of another session as well. So I'm hitting them twice a week. Calf's one of those things you can absolutely destroy. I know I said earlier, you can train everything once a week and still grow. You very much can. But if you really wanted to target things twice a week, calves is a great place to start. The fibers are so densely fucking packed that you have to really assault them just to stimulate any growth. You got to think, they're used to taking your body weight all day, every day. And if you ever had your calf massaged, you know how much of a cunt it is. It fucking hurts. Like, it's agony. So you can absolutely torture them. And you want to go fucking heavy, like ridiculously heavy as you can for 6 to 10 reps. If you can do that 4-6 times a week, they will grow. Anybody who says they can't grow their calves, they're not trying hard enough. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to do this set, and you're going to have a look at my calves. They probably could be bigger, but, you know, at least I'm trying. All right, calves are done. Is my top changing colour yet? I'm not sure. I am moist though. Like, not dripping wet. I'm getting excited. We're getting there. Just about to do the top set on the seated hamstring curl. Always have this in your rotation on leg day. Whether it's your first hamstring movement or any hamstring movement, always have this one. It is the best one you can have for your hamstrings. Period. So you don't need to lose a lot of weight either, at all. Just make sure you're in the seat properly. Don't start like leaning backwards or trying to make the movement easier because you're lifting too heavy. Stay locked into your seat. Just let your legs move up and down. That's it. Nothing else. Remember, we're looking to grow muscle. So let's make that muscle work. The more the muscle works, the more it grows. Simple as that. Oh. Genuinely sweating on the mic. All right, so we have pre-exhausted the hamstrings. It's now to do the same on the quads. Quad extension should always be your first quad exercise, no matter what. You want to really warm the quads up properly. We get loads of blood in there. So when you're ready to do the compounds, the heavier shit, you minimize injuries, get a better connection. And again, the better connection, the more control, the more the quads work, the more they grow. Simple as that. So this should be your first exercise. I
We're doing 110 kilo on this quad extension. I know that doesn't really mean much because each machine is different. All you need to know is it's heavy enough for me to fail anywhere between 8 to 12. That's the golden number for me today. The only time that changes will be on the hip press, where I want to go higher reps. Anything up to 20, as heavy as possible. So let's see when we get there how much I got left, because after this, pendulum. Okay, pendulum next. I love this movement. I love it. If your gym has it, please, please, please use it. I honestly think it's the best squatting movement you can do for quads primarily because it loads the quads up better than any other movement. Because of the angle of the platform, the quads are always fully loaded. I just had a lovely chat with a gentleman over there, older guy in his 50s, but we have a lot of things in common where we still love training. He used to compete back in the 90s when I was a very young child. But we were saying that even when I was in my 20s and he was as well, there'd be certain movements where we would get like butterflies, get excited, get nervous about. For me, that was barbell squats. I used to love it. And anybody who's had that fear, that excitement of a barbell squat knows that when you do a heavy enough weight and you're doing some reps and you get into the end of that set, you don't know if you got anything left in you. You don't know if you got that other rep, but you still fucking go for it. Whether you get it or not, it doesn't matter. You still go for it. And I miss that. I miss that nervous feeling because I don't have that anymore. This is the closest I get to it. Maybe because it's a squatting movement, but I've got 100 kilo on this pendulum. Doesn't sound like a lot of weight, but for pendulums, it really is. I used to squat 6 plates aside for reps. So I'm a competent squatter. This is just not as good, but this gives me just as much excitement as that used to. So I've learned my lesson though. I do have to wrap up. I've got straps I'm going to put on. I'm going to be wearing a belt, and I'm just going to go until I can't. I should aim around 8-ish reps, I reckon. If I fall a bit short, that's fine. It just means I'll do this weight until I get to 8 reps. If I go over, then that's great. I've had a great session, but yeah, this is where it's time to separate the people, what I said earlier, who like to train legs or don't train at all. This movement will separate you. Okay, this is a hip press. Think of it as a vertical leg press. I love it. It doesn't put any tension through my knees, although I'm still going to be wrapping my knees because, you know, just in case. And it's a heavy fucking machine, man. It does really load the quads well. I've got 350 kilos, which, again, might not sound like a lot considering on a conventional leg press, I've done 500 kilo for reps. This is harder. Plus, I am tired. I have been dieting. The weight's almost irrelevant. I just have to mention the weight for you guys because I forget a lot of the time to say that. But it's not really how much I'm lifting, it's how I'm lifting it and how I'm making the quads work. This is as many reps as I can. Anywhere between 8 to 20, I'll be happy with. It's going to just finish them off. So the last quad exercise I'm doing, I only do 3 quad exercises a week. My legs always grow. It just shows that You don't need to do loads. You just need to do things right. You can do things right, you will grow any body part. Right, I'm going to strap up and go to fucking war. No, I'm not going to go to war. That's stupid. All I'm going to do is just move my legs from here to here. Again, fucking idiots. Okay, next up, lying hamstring curl. Another staple you should have. You shouldn't choose between having either a seated or lying. You're all good, honestly, fine. You shouldn't be choosing between having a seated or a lying. Have both. This will lengthen the hamstring more than the seated one would, but they are both very useful tools. They will both fuck you up. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can start with this, finish the seated one. As long as you're pre-exhausting with one and using the other, you'll have a great hamstring session. I don't really need to do my warm-up sets, if any, because my legs are pretty fucked. So we're going to go straight into it. Probably going to stack it, if not just short. A couple of sets on this, one more exercise, and that is leg day done. Yeah, I know, right? Believe it or not, this is my final movement on today's leg day. Hip abduction. Need to make sure I target the booty specifically. It is part of the lower body. I never really used to. My glutes always got engaged because, unlike many people, maybe including you watching, I actually squat with depth. If you squat with depth, your glutes will be activated. Guarantee you see any female with amazing glutes, they squat deep. As well as obviously doing like hip thrusts in this exercise, kickbacks and blah, blah, blah. But squatting activates glutes. Simple as that. But because I don't squat as much as I used to, I do need to isolate it. So again, they are pre-exhausted from the pendulum. I will be doing this. I'm stacking it. I'll be going 2 sets to failure. I'll probably need a gym pin. Shout out to gym pin if you want to give me one. Just so I can make this heavier. Because quite frankly, this stack is too light. So I'll be doing 2 sets to absolute failure. As many reps as it is. And then I get to do 45 minutes cardio, which you don't have to join me for, thankfully. Get home, have a massive bowl of cereal. Say massive, it's 90 grams of Cocoa Pops. 2 scoops away. Cocoa Pops with, I've got lemon cheesecake whey. Decent combo. And the oats I had earlier, again the lemon whey, with blueberries inside, oh, honestly, slaps. Give it a go. You get to watch me now, get my glutes pumped. Not in that way, you sick fuck.